Well, hey there folks, back at you with another video. Today we're going to be fixing a fuel leak on this here truck. I'm going to show you the symptom and what it looks like and how to fix it and go from there. This is going to be pretty simple. This involves the fuel bowl, so like what the title says. So here we go. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot and don't cost nothing. Let's get past the intro. Let's get into this. Alright, so customer brought this truck over. He said he had a fuel leak, so he wanted me to look it over, so here we go. I did find it already, but we're getting ready to fix it. So if you look down in the valley there, that is the perfect spot to find fuel leak and oil leaks and stuff like that. So here we go. I'm going to turn the key on real quick so the pump kicks on, and we'll show you how it looks like when this is a problem. So the key is on. It automatically kicks the fuel pump on. Okay, you see it dripping down there? See? And it's coming right here from the let me turn this thing off. If you see it leaking like that, 9 out of 10 times is because of the fuel bowl drain that sits right there, right here. So we're going to show you how to fix that. There's a gasket kit for that. Right here. I know it's a Dorman, but 904-498. This is what it consists of. A couple O-rings. So here we go. Let's get busy. So first thing we're going to do is pop this line loose right here. It shouldn't take too much to get that done. Just shove it back. There you go. And then we're going to grab a T20 and a bit ratchet, and there is alright, so we got the drain off. It sits right there. The hook's right here into this lip, so you got to drop it down a little bit and then you can take it completely out. The biggest reason why I do it this way is the last thing I want to do is remove that fuel line, this fuel line, and then there's another one right there at the end of my fingertip. Right there. And they got big fat rubber O-rings on them, and they can leak. So then you have to replace those two, and it can just create more work than what it's worth. But if you do want to take the fuel bowl off, you got to take those lines loose, and then you got a bolt right there and a bolt right there, and then the whole fuel bowl comes off, and then you can do the whole thing on your workbench. I think, you know, this will save you time and hassle, so I do it right here on the truck. Like I said, you got the 4 bolts loose. They're just, you know, little ones like this. T20. And then this is what it looks like. This comes off. There's only one way this can go on, so you can't make a mistake that you may have put this on the wrong way or any of those things. And then these are the O-rings, and look at that. These look pretty flat and wore out to me. So alright, I'm going to grab a pick. We're going to remove these O-rings, and then we're going to clean it up, and we'll bring you right back. Here we go. Okay, so these are the old ones. I mean, look how flat they are. This was the mating surface on the bowl. These are the new ones. I use a little bit of Vaseline. Lube them up just a little bit, but look, now you can tell they're actually sticking out a little bit. So I use a little bit of Scotch-Brite. I buy them in those really big pads, and then cut chunks off as whatever I need, and clean up just a little rub up right there at the mating surface where the O-ring is going to go in the fuel bowl. Don't need to do anything excessive, just a little bit of cleaning, so the the old residue of the O-rings are going to be gone. Like I said, it don't take much, just like I said, just a little bit. And then now I'm going to mount this one, and we'll bring you right back for the next one. All right, we got the drain back installed. So, and I bolt these down in a crisscross pattern. So top one on this side first, bottom one on that side second, top one on this side for third, and then the bottom one on this side here fourth is last, and then torque them up. You don't have to use He-Man power or anything like that. Just be gentle. It's aluminum, so you don't want to break nothing or strip out. So next thing is the fuel bowl heater. Right here, disconnect that, and then you can tell right there there's a bolt right there, and there's another one right there on the other side. So I'm going to take those out and replace that O-ring. So we'll be right back. All right, so there on the end of that needle nose is the plug that goes on the right here. So I grabbed that, I used that needle nose plier just to get a hold of the connector, and you just pull it straight off. There you go. And now I'm going to replace these O-rings that are in the set here. So all right, so get that done real quick. Once again, lube them up with Vaseline, and then repeat the way you took it off, put it back in. So here we go, and then onto the last O-ring. So bring it right back. All right, and the last O-ring out of this package right here is for the fuel pressure regulator right here. So that takes a 5/8 to get this loose, and if that O-ring there will not seal, you're gonna have to put a new one on it. There's no ifs and buts about it. And then it takes T27 Torx. Now with this one, you gotta be careful. It's spring loaded, so you don't want to lose that stuff. So just be careful. Give me a second. I'll get this off, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you what's what. All right. Get the fuel pressure regulator off. You gotta be careful that you gotta hold this fuel line definitely out of the way. If need be, just put a zip tie around it so it stays. If you put a zip tie around it, so you zip tie it on this other fuel line so it stays back out of the way, because the last thing you want is when you pull this out, bend the spring, because then your fuel pressure regulator don't work anymore, or it don't work right. So this is what's inside the fuel pressure regulator. So this is the cap that comes off. That's the O-ring we need to replace. So here you got the spring, and then there's a plunger right here, and then this is the inside that sits in there. So this is like one unit right here, and this sits right up against that spring. So like I said, there's quite a bit of tension on there, so just be ready to to overcome that spring. Like I said, make sure you put really enough pressure on there with one hand, and get the last nut out, or bolt out, with the other hand. So we're going to replace this O-ring right here. Do the same thing. Do a little bit of cleaning up right there with the Scotch-Brite, because you can tell there's some residue left. So we'll get that done, and then we'll bring you right back. All right, so we got her all put back together. So these are the tools I used. Once again, that's the kit, the O-ring kit. So I used a 5/8, a couple two bit ratchets, a T20 and a T27, a little pry bar dealio, pick, needle nose, and some Vaseline. You gotta keep in mind that fuel bowl is all drained out, so you want to cycle the key several times so it will fill up the fuel bowl. We'll do that here like that. You can hear the fuel pressure. You hear that? So fuel pressure is up now. Look at that. There you go. So no more leaks. This thing is ready to go. Now I'm just going to grab a blowgun and blow all the excess fuel that's in the valley. I'm just going to blow that out with the blowgun, so it goes towards the back and it'll come down the bell housing of your transmission. And next thing I'll do is run up to the car wash, and because I also worked on a coolant leak here, right down there. So a little sidetrack. Had to use some gasket maker there because it was leaking coolant. So I'm going to get this engine washed off for this customer, so it's all ready to go, and everything is nice and clean. So yeah, there you go. That's it. Reseal kit on the fuel bowl. That's how I do it. So please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot and don't cost nothing. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.